that your mic check?
That's my new intro. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. My name is Hollabec. So welcome back to my 4-part series, 28 Days on Keto. It is now week 2. I'm actually really excited, especially after week 1. I lost 7 pounds among inches off of my body. If you haven't seen week 1 yet and you would like to start off the right way, I will leave a card up here that you can click on, check it out, and see the beginning of my journey. But for those of you who have already seen week 1, it's time to continue on and see what more we can reap from this diet and how I'm going to be feeling. So without further ado, let's see how week 2 went for me. Day 8 guys, and the start of week 2. This week the plan kind of has me start adjusting my body to intermittent fasting, which I'm a little scared about, but I guess we'll see how that goes. I'm a little scared because it's like day 1 and I have to work this Saturday. So I'm going to be at work and I'm not really going to get the opportunity to even eat lunch. So I'm basically going to be working into early afternoon, not being able to eat lunch until I get home because it's a short day, so we don't get a lunch. And all I'm getting for breakfast today is a cup of coffee with some different oils in it. I don't think that's gonna hold me over for the next 6 hours, maybe 7. It's gonna be pretty terrible. On top of that, I'm feeling actually pretty bloated today. I ended up eating dinner way too late last night. We always have so much stuff to do on Fridays, so by the time we got home and then like the dinner that I had to make that night was a little bit more involved. And we ended up having to go out and buy a food processor, which I'm not upset about because we needed one anyway, but it was one of those things. So I'm feeling pretty bloated. I'm ready for breakfast and I'm ready to just get this workday over so I can come home and eat a proper meal. Alright, you guys could probably totally hear the dishwasher in the background, so I apologize, but holy cow, I don't think I can do what this plan is asking me to do, like especially not on work days. So instead of breakfast, which I explained this morning, I'm only having coffee, and it's like a special coffee where the recipe calls for adding different fats to add flavor to it. First of all, the recipe is absolutely disgusting. It's terrible. Like, I'm used to very sweet coffee, or I can drink it just plain black, but the way he has it all mixed together, it doesn't taste very good at all. So I was actually feeling really good this morning. I was in a good mood. I was like wide awake, feeling pretty good, ready to tackle the workday, and got to work, started working. I'm like, heck yeah, I can do this. I can totally do this. And then 10 o'clock hit and I'm like, wow, I sure can't. So I started getting like crazy lightheaded. I swear I was gonna pass out. I felt like I was gonna pass out. And at one point I actually had to go to the bathroom and sit down and kind of collect my consciousness. So that was pretty awful. I'm feeling a lot better now. So in just a couple minutes here I'm going to attempt to make lunch, which I think it's another spinach salad, which also brings me to another point, guys. So I'm sure you remember last week I got to the point where I just could not do spinach salads anymore. But I swear to God, if I have to eat one more bite of olive oil and spinach, I will lose it. So it was spinach and olive oil. Or at least that's what I thought, because the way he has the plan laid out is every day he'll have each meal that you're supposed to be having, and the recipe is separate. Like, you have to like look that up in the book. But for lunches, he was doing like the simple salad. Well, I didn't realize there was a whole recipe that went along with that. And with the recipe, how it works is 2 ingredients, so the spinach and the olive oil, vary day by day depending on what macros you need to reach still. So when he was putting this much spinach, this much olive oil, that just meant that was the variant that particular day, but then there's still like a list of other ingredients that I was supposed to be adding to these salads. So I'm a little mad at myself that for like 2 days I was eating just plain spinach and olive oil and I didn't have to. So I'm so angry. So today I'm going to be trying the salad the way it's supposed to be made, and I really hope that it's better. Okay, so I'm making the recipe according to what he has, and that's what I'm getting so far. So I'm gonna say no, absolutely not. I'm not putting that in my mouth. So I think I'm gonna do ranch like I have been doing. And I'm getting pretty sick of this recipe. So I think the repetition is starting to get to me because I wasn't even able to eat that salad. Honestly, I think I'm gonna start making some changes to the menu, which I didn't want to do, but it's just not working for me. And if I'm gonna stick to this keto for 28 days, I feel like it has to work for me because that's a long time to be doing something that is making me not feel good. And I mean, it's not good that I'm not finishing my meals. So I think I'm gonna start making changes. Obviously you guys are gonna see, and I'm still gonna do my best to like hit my macros and my calories, so I'll still be doing like end of the day totals for you guys, but can't do it. So we're about to leave kind of last minute. Jordan's brother's birthday is this weekend, so we're gonna head up to Ludington and we're gonna go to the state park, which I haven't been there in forever, so I'll probably vlog from my flashbacks. And I'm sure there's going to be food, so anything that I do consume, I'll do my best to log for you guys. It is now after 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm so exhausted. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun tonight, but I'm a little ashamed of myself. Like, this entire day was kind of a free-for-all, and it was just like nothing but grazing. And like, fortunately, like, I think I did okay picking out different snacks. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Picking out different snacks that were low carb. So it was just very light grazing, so I don't think it'll be a problem. I hope it's not a problem. But tomorrow we're getting back on track. Good morning guys, it is day 9 and I think I'm actually in the best mood I've been in maybe a year. So I think this diet is paying off. For those of you wondering about yesterday, I don't think my choices made that big of a difference, or I made good choices anyway, because I did my test strip this morning and I'm still in full-blown keto things. So today is a proper day off. I don't have to work, and so I think I'm just gonna drop any kind of work. I'm not gonna worry about videos other than vlogging. I'm not gonna edit. I'm just gonna relax and enjoy the day. It is like the perfect amount of cloudy right now, and I just want to stay inside, cuddle up, and enjoy it. So I just finished breakfast and it was so yummy. Definitely something that I could look forward to eating, maybe not every day, but like, you know, regularly. And I think that's awesome. So I'm wanting to branch out and like eat more things of my choosing, as opposed to following this plan to a T, which I still plan on using some of the recipes that I found in it. So of course I'm gonna have it linked below. If you're at all interested in this plan that I'm following, you'll find it down below and check it out. But I did just recently download an app for my phone that's supposed to be like a carb manager. If I can link that, I guess I'll link that down below as well. But it's based off of my age, my weight, gender. So the macros are set to me specifically, which I think is absolutely awesome and a lot better than trying to follow this plan, which has like a set macro for like anybody. So I've been documenting my macros using that, and I think that's going to help me a lot in planning my own meals. But I just recently found a keto-friendly bread recipe, which I really want to try out, so I think I'm going to bake that today. I'm not going to show you guys the process or the recipe or anything, simply because it's not mine. I'll show you the finished result and I'll let you know if it's any good or not. But I'll go ahead and also link down below the video where I got this recipe. They're a keto-friendly channel where they do all kinds of recipes and do tips and tricks and stuff, which I have found pretty helpful. So definitely check them out and check out this recipe that I'm trying. Alright guys, it's almost bedtime. I'm super tired, but I thought I'd talk a little bit about the bread that I made. It actually turned out pretty good. It's actually very, very similar to the cloud bread that I made, which I did a video on that. I'll link that up above. And I think if I were to make any changes to the recipe, I might add some nutritional yeast. I think that might make it a little bit more bread-like in taste. As for how I feel about the day, pretty much the entire day, it was food of my choosing. Of course, I did for dinner eat one of the recipes from that meal plan. Altogether, I think it was okay, but I may have overdid it maybe a little bit. So my carbs were a little bit higher than I would have liked them to be. So I guess we'll see in the morning how I do. I'll do my test strip and see what's going on, because of course everybody is different, and that means my carb limit may be higher or lower than what it would be for other people. So I'm gonna go to bed and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning guys, it is now day 10. I'm currently in the process of making breakfast. I kind of felt like the same thing I had yesterday. It was super good. I've been looking forward to it. I am feeling a little bloated today, and while I'm feeling fine now, this morning when I tried to wake up, I was a little bit more groggy than I have been since I started the diet. So I have a suspicion what I did wrong yesterday, because I picked out all my own meals. I think I may have ate a little too much sodium, and maybe that's why I'm feeling bloated. So I'm gonna have to be really, really careful with that. Otherwise, I did do the keto test strip like I always do every day, sometimes a couple times a day, and I'm still like the highest color I can get. So I'm at least pleased knowing that much, because I was a little worried that my carbs were a little bit higher than like what this meal plan had me eating. So that is good news. Well, we just got back from our workout and I'm feeling okay because I called my limit and I said let's go home before I made myself pass out. I wasn't able to do the normal distance that I could as far as running, and also I've noticed too that I've been like really weak, and I don't know if it's because like I'm losing muscle mass or if I just don't have the energy. Like, I have no idea. So far I would say this probably wouldn't be a good diet for anyone who's trying to like build muscle or do anything hardcore. There's just no energy to do any of that stuff. So for weight loss, probably I would say this would be pretty good, but not if you're looking to build up muscle. On top of that, there have been a few things that I've noticed that I haven't mentioned yet. Well, one thing Jordan actually noticed, I guess, which I think has nothing to do with the diet, but who knows. Apparently last night I fell asleep before him and I didn't snore at all, and I'm a pretty big snorer, like every night, but apparently I didn't snore last night. So I don't know, maybe that has to do with the diet, maybe not.
Part of it's just typically you're a rather heavy sleeper, and you were saying yourself that you haven't been sleeping as heavy as normal. Like
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you were saying you were having an easier time waking up.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not groggy,
right.
But wouldn't that mean I'm sleeping heavier because I'm more rested?
I don't know. Just speculation.
Anyway, another thing I've noticed, which is like a weird thing, but like my personal body odor, like altogether, like I'm not talking perfume or anything, but you know how like different people, they just have different natural scents. Like mine has changed since my diet has changed, because like normally I would say I have a very sweet scent. And like lately, I swear to God, I smell like stale fast food. So it grosses me out. But I don't know what to do about it. Anyway, there was one other thing, but I can't think of it right now. So I'm gonna take a shower, and I'm not particularly hungry right now. But when I finally feel like it, I guess I'll get around to making dinner. Guys, I'm running a little behind schedule, so I'm trying to multitask by doing my makeup and eating breakfast real quick. So I have my lunch ready at least, so that's something. And I ended up making a quick breakfast, which I've actually grown to really, really love. I made it yesterday, and I think it's going to be like a workday breakfast regular. Basically, it's the keto bread I made with a little bit of erythritol, which is a sweetener, as well as a little bit of cinnamon, and then I'll spread just a little bit of peanut butter on it, and it is so good. So I'm gonna hurry now, and I will see you guys after work. Alright guys, I'm home from work. I've already eaten dinner, and I feel kind of like a pig, but when I checked my macros, apparently I really neglected protein, so I had a lot to make up for, and I think in the end everything actually worked out pretty close to perfect, so yay me. It just made me a little nervous because it felt like a lot of food at dinner time, so I am absolutely stuffed. So I'm about to relax for the evening. I am done eating for the day. I'll probably journal, play some games, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning guys, it is day 12. I kind of ran myself out of time, so I'm recording in the car because you know, you do what you gotta do. So it was terrible because I had actually more time than I usually do in the morning, and for whatever reason time just got away from me. But I was happy at least because I got to get some protein in at breakfast, which I didn't yesterday. So I think that's going to help at dinner time. I'm not going to have to like gorge myself to get my macros. Because I kind of ran out of time, I ended up just packing the same thing for lunch that I did yesterday. And I guess that's just going to have to be okay today. It was fine, it tasted fine. I like broccoli, but not 2 days in a row, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna continue driving, and I will talk to you guys after work. Alright guys, I'm home. I just finished dinner, and it was super good. Lately, I've actually been really enjoying experimenting with different things. So like, you saw that I had like chocolate milk, which was basically unsweetened chocolate almond milk with a little bit of erythritol mixed in. So of course it wasn't exactly like chocolate milk, but it was close enough that it satisfied me. Also, you saw like a garlic toast, which was just my keto bread with, well, all the typical things that you would put on garlic toast. I've been finding that it is incredibly easy to stay like lower calorie and like eat more on this diet. That I would say is probably the big thing I've noticed, but I feel like it's been a little while since I've talked about, you know, how I'm feeling and I guess where I'm at both physically and mentally in this process. So of course in only a couple days that will be the end of the second week, and I'll finally do my second week weigh-ins and see how I'm doing as far as like weight loss and like body fat loss. I would say, speaking honestly, the first few days of that first week were probably the hardest, just because my body was getting used to not having any sugar or any carbs in general in my system. But since then, I just need to learn my limits, and then on top of that, since I have kind of gone off of the plan that I originally started on, and I've been making my own meal plans and reaching my macros in my own way, I found that I've been feeling significantly better. I feel more satisfied, fuller. I know that it's not perfect, but I am still hitting my macros in the percentage that I should be, which has made me feel very good that I've been able to do that by myself. Hey guys, day 13. It's actually like 8:30 at night, so I haven't talked to you all day. I was actually happy this morning. I got some time to actually make a hot breakfast, which was absolutely wonderful. For lunch, I ended up bringing like the chili and some bread, which was really good. And then for dinner, I kind of wanted to experiment a little bit, and I tried to make a chicken and dumpling that was keto friendly, and I swear, being on this diet is like trying to learn to cook again, just because every keto-friendly ingredient reacts so much different than how I naturally expect it to, which makes everything so very difficult. So it's like I have to figure out what keto ingredients to mash together to create an effect that is similar to what I would expect like one regular ingredient to do. Does that make sense? Do you guys get what I'm saying? So I tried to make dumplings the way I would normally, and I basically just replaced regular flour with almond flour, which really doesn't hold together very well on its own. So the dumplings ended up falling apart, and I mean, they flavored the soup. It was basically a soup. So they flavored the soup, and I mean, it tasted delicious. It was very good, but it was interesting. So tomorrow will be the last day of week 2, so I'll get to do my weigh-ins and my measurements, and I'm kind of excited to see if I lost any more weight, or if I lost any more inches maybe. That would be pretty awesome. So I guess I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and we'll discuss a little more how I'm doing halfway through this challenge. Good morning, guys. It is now day 14. I'm just about to make breakfast, but I am so excited because I just did my 2-week weigh-ins, and oh my goodness, guys, I can't wait to share them with you. Not yet, however, you have to wait a little bit longer till the end of the video, but oh man. Honestly, I am just floored by how well it's working. Does that make sense? I was so skeptical. I'm like, I'm consuming so much fat. This cannot possibly be a decent diet. And I guess really all it is just the pairing of fat and carbs, because from what I've read, low fat diets do almost as well. So really, as long as you're not pairing your carbs with your fats, you're probably going to lose weight as long as you're not consuming vast amounts of calories. So I would say I've been sticking around 600 to 1700 calories a day, which in the past I've done like severe calorie cutting, which has resulted in me losing weight as well, of course. So when I first started this plan and that was the amount of calories I was consuming, I was a little worried because in my experience in the past, I wasn't able to lose weight consuming that many calories just because my body, what basically went into starvation mode. So I was worried. I was definitely worried when I started, but I am pleasantly surprised by how well it's working. I'm gonna obviously keep documenting the weight loss. I am a little concerned right now that maybe it's a little too fast, and I absolutely positively do not want loose skin. That is my worst fear. I do not want that. So I guess we'll see, because we're only halfway through, guys. Okay guys, so Jordan and I just got back from the grocery store, and it's like the first time I've gone keto grocery shopping without the aid of like a meal plan or anything, which fortunately I didn't have to get too much because I did still have a lot of stuff left over from like the past 2 weeks. Jordan, you're making so much noise. So one thing that I did get is, like, I had been drinking LaCroix. I actually put that in a monthly treasure video, I believe, like a while ago. But my friend just recently recommended these guys here. I don't know how to say it. It looks French to me, but it's watermelon. She said it was really, really good. And of course there's like, it's just water basically. It's just naturally flavored water, so it's got like no sugars or anything in it, which is wonderful. Let's see, past that. Oh, I ended up getting this because it had like really good, like I think it has 2 grams of net carbs. Yeah, per 2 tablespoons, which I thought was awesome, but it's a sunflower seed butter. So I've heard of almond butter, obviously peanut butter. I've even heard of cashew butter, but I've never heard of sunflower seed butter. So I was kind of interested to try it. It was a little pricey, but what are you gonna do? Obviously I got more almond flour because that's basically a staple. And I also picked up some 100% cocoa. They're unsweetened chocolate chips because I want to try and make a keto cookie recipe. So that's gonna be my project in week 3. And what else? Did I get anything else that I wanted to share with you guys? I don't think so. I think the rest is pretty straightforward. Obviously I got more of my sugar-free jello because that's become my life now. And yeah, I think that's basically it. I'm gonna make dinner now. I'm really excited. I'm gonna try out a cauliflower pizza crust recipe, which I'm kind of excited to try. I heard that it tastes almost exactly like pizza crust, but like the texture's a little different, which seems to be the case with most keto recipes, is you can match the taste pretty accurately, but you're always gonna miss out on like that special texture. So I'm gonna get started because I'm really hungry. It's like after 8 o'clock, so will I talk to you more? Maybe not. You might just cut to the outro. Alright guys, and it is time for the final results for week 2, and I am so excited to share this with you. So I lost about another 3 pounds. I lost inches off of my waist, off of my thighs and my hips. As far as how I'm feeling, I suppose overall I am feeling happier than I have been, whether that's due to the diet or just the result of, I guess, losing weight and feeling empowered by taking control over my diet and my personal being. I don't really know which it is. Halfway through this diet, I'm really excited to keep going. I don't feel like I've really been depraved that much. I've been eating a lot of foods that I do enjoy, as well as experimenting with substitutes, different desserts, and other good things. So I'm really excited to continue. Hopefully this video helped you even a little bit. That would be amazing, and I would feel wonderful for having helped you as well as myself. If you enjoyed this video, of course leave me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And if you're looking to make my year, please subscribe to my channel because, oh my goodness, it fuels me. It makes me breathe. And that being said, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you the next time around. And be sure to tune in for week 3.